Everyone thinks that creating long AI cartoons means that you need to pay hundreds of dollars for expensive AI subscriptions. But what you're about to watch right now is a full AI cartoon with perfectly consistent characters and connected scenes that were created entirely by a free AI tool. And honestly, it looks insane.
Let's build a pillow fort. Yeah, the biggest one ever. This is amazing! Where are we? We're in the clouds. Let's go on the swings. Wow, I'm flying! Wait, Thet, where did you go? Hey, wake up, it's dinner time.
Oh, it was just a dream.
Up until now, creating long AI cartoons like this was actually really difficult because most free AI tools only let us generate a few short clips at a time with no real way to connect them, which is exactly why everything ended up feeling disconnected. But now Google has completely solved this because Veo 3.1, which is Google's flagship model for AI video generation, is now available inside of Google Vids. This gives us 10 free generations for every single account, meaning that we can finally create professional, long AI cartoons completely for free. So in this video, I'll be walking you through the entire step-by-step workflow. And by the end, you'll be able to create long AI cartoons on your own, without wasting hours on generations that struggle to maintain consistency across scenes. Now let's get into it. But before we start generating anything, we need to have a clear idea of how our cartoon is going to look. And this is the part that separates the top AI creators from the people who end up with average results. Because nailing down our exact style up front helps us make sure that everything feels consistent later on. So for this, we'll head over to Pinterest and search for some inspiration about the kind of style we're going for. In our case, we want a soft Pixar-style 3D look. And once we find a couple of images that match our exact style, we'll put them all together in one folder. But style alone isn't enough. We still need to figure out what's actually going to happen in each scene. And to do that, we'll open up Claude and give it a rough idea about the cartoon that we're trying to make. We want a soft, wholesome cartoon with two kids who stay consistent across every scene and are dreaming about their own little adventure. And after finalizing everything, this is what we got. The cartoon is about two small kids who build a pillow fort inside their house, only to fall asleep in it and wake up in a dreamlike cloud kingdom. They explore it together for a while until the boy wakes up back in the fort and realizes the entire adventure was just a dream. And that's our story done. After this, we just need to generate the character reference sheets for our two kids so that they stay consistent throughout the video. You can use any free AI image generator that you want, but I'll be using Gemini's built-in AI image creation feature since it gives us free access to Nano Banana 2, which is easily one of the best AI models for character consistency. We want a full reference sheet of our first character, a young girl with slightly reddish hair and a mustard hoodie, in a soft Pixar 3D style. This is perfect for our reference sheet. Now we'll simply repeat the exact same process for our second character. And just like that, we've got both of our character sheets. But here's the thing. These reference sheets can help us keep our characters consistent, but they're still missing the one thing that most people struggle with whilst creating any kind of long AI video. And that's getting each clip to transition smoothly into the next, so that the whole cartoon feels like one continuous shot rather than a bunch of separate generations. Which is why later in this video, I'll show you a couple of simple techniques that can help you keep everything connected without any awkward cuts. But for now, let's bring everything together and start generating our first clips. And this is where things start to get interesting. Because at the end of the day, the quality of every clip still comes down to how well we prompt. And the good news is that prompting for this is actually way easier than you think. We just need to give the AI clear and structured prompts that it can actually process and understand. The first technique that I like to use for this is called timeline prompting. So instead of cramming all of the actions inside the clip into one big description, we break it down second by second. And to show you what I mean, here's the exact same prompt written in two different ways. As you can see in the first one, every action is crammed into a single sentence with no clear structure. But in the second one, each of the movements get their own beat on the timeline, 0 to 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, and so on. This way, the AI model has full context about what's happening at every second of the clip, which gives us much more control over our final results. So now that our prompt is ready, let's head over to Google Vids to generate our first clip. The interface here is about as simple as it gets. We've got our editing space in the middle, and on the right side, we can generate all of our clips and assets. So to start, we'll open up the Veo tab and select Animate an Image. For this, we'll need a starting frame. So I went ahead and generated a new starting frame with Gemini, using both of our character reference sheets. Now we'll upload this and paste in our prompt. And this is the result.
Let's build a pillow fort. Yeah, The biggest one ever.
The video looks really clean, the animations are smooth, and even the dialogue scenes have perfect lip sync. The only problem is that the clip has a watermark in it, which is a little frustrating. But don't worry, because later in the video, I'll show you exactly how to remove it for free. Now let's move on to our second clip, which is actually just a continuation of this first one. And this is the part that most people struggle with. Because once they've got their first clip right, they try to connect the next one by simply grabbing the final frame of the first clip and using that as the starting point. Which sounds like the right thing to do, but it almost always leaves an awkward cut that makes our clips feel disconnected. And the reason this happens is because the model has no idea about what happened just before that frame. So the motion resets instead of flowing through, leaving us with a jarring effect. So instead of generating a brand new clip from the end frame, we can actually use the video extension feature that's available inside of Veo. All we have to do is click on Extend and paste in the prompt for what we want to happen next. And here's how it turned out.
Let's build a pillow fort. Yeah, the biggest one ever. This is amazing!
The two clips blend together perfectly, and it genuinely feels like one continuous shot. The reason this works so much better is that now the AI has full context about the previous video, so it can carry the same feel and motion straight into the next clip. And another way we can seamlessly connect our clips is by using different camera angles. So whenever we're connecting two clips, we take the last frame of the first clip and recreate it from a different camera angle. This works because a new angle actually looks like a normal camera cut, so the switch feels natural instead of an awkward jump. And those are the two main methods that you can use to connect your clips across any long-form animation or video. So we'll just repeat this exact same process for the rest of our scenes. And once all of our clips are generated, the hardest part of the entire workflow is already done. But we still need to tie it all together into a full cartoon. So the final step is to put everything together inside a video editor. And this is where Google Vids really starts to separate itself from other AI video generators. Because on top of generating our clips, it's a full editing platform that allows us to arrange and add transitions to them as well. All we have to do is insert our clips into the editor and arrange them in the order of our story. From here, we can add smooth transitions between our scenes, and we can even take this a step further by adding professional animations and effects to our clips. There are tons of professional effects that we can add, and the best part is that the whole interface is very beginner-friendly, which makes the whole editing process a lot easier. Another thing that's really important for our cartoon is the audio inside of our clips, because if a clip has random silences or the audio doesn't feel right, the whole video instantly feels off. But this can be easily fixed inside of Google Vids, because we can just record our own voice directly in the editor and drop it straight onto the timeline wherever we need it. And with that, our cartoon is now ready to go. Everything is generated and edited all within the same tool. But there's still one last step that we need to take care of, and that is removing the watermark from our clips, which is actually really simple. We just have to head over to this website where we can remove our watermark completely for free. I'll also leave a link to it in the description below. And that's our full workflow. We started off by getting some style references from Pinterest and planned out the cartoon with Claude. Then we built our characters inside of Gemini and generated every clip using Veo 3.1. After that, once everything was ready, we brought it all together inside our editor. And now you know exactly how to create long AI cartoons from scratch without spending any money. But the craziest part is that Google Vids isn't the only AI tool that can help us create high-quality videos for free. In fact, there are dozens of free AI video tools that are claiming to be the best right now, which is why I made a full video testing every single one of them. So if you're interested, you can click the video on screen now to see the full breakdown.